It feels safe to be many women at once, confusing but safe, alongside the lawyer, the poet, alongside them both, the dreams of park ranging, running something, a laundromat, or that historic hotel in Fort Bidwell. Always there are escape routes, both real and imagined, from whatever I'm doing at the moment. Even my relationships are diverse, multiple. If I tire of one me, there's another, close at hand, to be or imagine. True, nothing holds me very tightly, except maybe poetry, who has my heart in its hand, no matter what I do. But for everything else, I'm like water, perpetually in transition from one form to another, and then back again. And who knows if the imagined lives proceed in a parallel universe, or if I'll ever get to live them. Or how I escaped the dangerous balance of a seemingly static life, like that of Mary, the preacher's wife from Selmer, Tennessee, who shot and killed the preacher as he lay in bed, having followed his orders for 9 years, according to the wifely subordination his last sermon propounded. Like wearing during sex the patent leather platforms and wig that dismayed the Southern jury, like covering her bruises with makeup and lying about how she got them, like hiding the preacher's suffocations of their infant daughter to make her stop. Late that Tuesday night, the pressure of being stuck got to be too much, and she pointed the gun and accidentally or on purpose released birdshot into him. "I'm sorry," she said to his why, before packing up and driving their 3 girls to an Alabama beach town. Later, she'd say working part-time at the post office had helped her gain the confidence to know she didn't have to take it like a mouse. If only Mary, the preacher's wife, could have met Mary, the post office worker, before desperation set in. The preacher's wife might have huddled in the arms of the worker and forged a careful way out. A few weeks after arriving in San Diego, on my way to the car from the ATM, bundle of flannel, man falling from a 4th-story window, then the sound, somewhere between a slap, like the slap of a body on a pool after jumping inexpertly from a high board, and a thud. Then a man bleeding from the head. Crimson puddle inching from sidewalk to street, head turned sidewards as if taking one last look, but brown eyes blank now. On the face of the suicide, nothing is written. And jumping looks like falling, the point of volition passes. This is what I learned on that sunny afternoon. Had he waited for me to pass under his window as I'd walked over the site of his impact moments before. But the man was not a noteworthy man. Only a news blog reported that he'd jumped from the 4th story of a residential hotel, that nothing is known about the man, or what he thought those last moments. One of those gray men about whom the world cares little, who wears flannel in San Diego in late summer. On their way from one place to another, they become lost and maybe no one notices except the stranger passing and the alfresco restaurant below getting ready for dinner. Were the white-shirted waiters annoyed by this, I wondered. Then 6 weeks later, a smaller death, my neighbor shooting up early Saturday outside my window. The cat notices the activity and excitedly looks out. It's the neighbor who chit-chats in a stiff voice, who is often outside lounging in the courtyard in the afternoon, hiding from his girlfriend his habit, that his job is addiction. He stands facing outward, arm bent, green plastic syringe handle pointing out of his shoulder towards me. Trees block the view from his balcony, so this moment with its tiny double exposed death, the masking of life and the concealment of the mask, has been gifted to me. I remember working on the reservation, the emails week after week about funerals, the despair I started to feel at the loss of people I didn't know, but the loss was different, mediated somehow by the emails and the funerals. Once the cultural resources worker explained to the county coroner, who is sometimes notified of ancient skeletons coming unburied or being accidentally dug up, that even if the dead aren't Indian, we bury them like they're our own father or mother. Here, by the beautiful beaches, subtraction happens differently. Thank you.